Hello, everyone. Welcome. I am Jody Rhodes, the Executive Director here at New Life Community Development. And on behalf of myself and our CEO and founder, Joanne Commodore, and all of our staff and youth, we welcome you to New Life. New Life has been serving Milwaukee youth and families here in the Lindsay Heights neighborhood and beyond for the past 22 years. We are a proud member of UNCOM, the United Neighborhood Centers of Milwaukee, one of the leaders of this new initiative that you'll hear about today. Keeping youth engaged in positive activities is the core of what we do here at New Life. Serving youth from early childhood to young adulthood and a wide variety of activities daily is what we do to make sure our youth are busy, engaged, and learning. Being a partner of Mayor Johnson's Safer City Milwaukee initiative makes sense for us, and we are very proud to host the kickoff with many of our teens and other partners in attendance. I will now hand it off to Mayor Cavalier Johnson.
Well, thank you so much, Jody, and it's my pleasure to again have the opportunity to stand with our partners at the United Neighborhood Centers of Milwaukee that are doing a great job serving young people all throughout the city of Milwaukee each and every single day in positive, engaging activities, sort of activities that I was a part of when I was a young person. As I was having a conversation with some young people behind me just before we got started here. And I've frequently spoken about partnerships. Partnerships like the ones we have here, bringing everyone into the work of building public safety in neighborhoods like this and public safety generally across the entire city of Milwaukee. And today is a great example of that kind of effort. Young people can wear these orange bracelets, and many of them already have them on, as a matter of fact. They're both a symbol and a constant reminder that encourages them to be great and encourages them to know that we expect the best from them and the best from our community. Safer City Milwaukee bracelets are a step forward. We're collaborating with a simple approach, which is a model and reward for good behavior amongst young people in our community. Making Milwaukee safer is much more than arresting criminals or stopping crime. We're making Milwaukee safer through prevention at the earliest opportunities that are available to us. In this case, we're encouraging and rewarding young people, directing them to act in ways that benefit not just themselves or their families or their neighborhoods, but the entire city. The wrist bracelets provide a constant reminder to young people to be positive, and symbolically it links them to other young people who are similarly engaged. As I said, I was talking to some young people just a little bit ago about my own experiences when I was their age as a 14-year-old young man in this city. For many of them, they're participants here at New Life, some participants at other UNCOM organizations. For me, as a kid, it was the YMCA. And I still wear my YMCA wristband today, some 20 years later, with the 4 core values of the YMCA: caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. And they help to guide me through my life, even now as mayor. There will be some rewards for young people engaged in positive behavior, those same young people who are wearing these Safer City Milwaukee wristbands. We're working out the details on how those rewards will go. Most of them will be food coupons, but we'll be working with some of our partners to develop more on that. So I want to thank everyone who has participated in this project, particularly the United Neighborhood Centers of Milwaukee, or UNCOM. These are partners that I absolutely love to work with again. This is not my first time standing with UNCOM. They do a great job. All the centers do throughout the entire city. There's a lot of work ahead for us to make Milwaukee the best possible community, a safer community, a community that's economically strong, with neighborhoods that are strong and that are cohesive as well. So today we're taking one more step forward in that very important work. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Renee from the United Neighborhood Centers of Milwaukee. So Renee, the floor is yours.
Hello, my name is Renee Logie, and I'm the Executive Director at UNCOM. And I stand here today with our member organizations. That include COA Youth and Family Centers, City on a Hill, Journey House, Milwaukee Christian Center, Neighborhood House of Milwaukee, New Life Community Development, that's where we are today, Northcott Neighborhood House, Silver Spring Neighborhood Center of Milwaukee, and we also have some additional partners with us today: Sharp Literacy, Urban Ecology Center, Employ Milwaukee, and Milwaukee Rec. We are very proud to be part of the City of Milwaukee's Safer City Milwaukee program. which wouldn't be possible without the support of Brady Corp Foundation, McPiles Corporation, New Life Community Development, and the Zilber Family Foundation. As Mayor Johnson just explained, these bracelets say Safer City MKE, and they're being distributed as we speak. We are distributing 5,000 in particular as part of this youth movement this summer. We welcome other youth-serving agencies that want to help distribute bracelets to reach out to Uncome to get on board. As Mayor Johnson mentioned, public safety agencies and the Milwaukee Rec Twilight Centers will distribute small prizes to youth participating in this initiative. At the same time, youth will be encouraged to get involved at their nearest Uncome org, which supports whole families from birth to twilight. We want our young Milwaukeeans to get noticed and rewarded for making positive choices, having fun, and being active. At the same time, we will make sure they know of other programs and activities for them and their families that can make day-to-day life a little easier and more enjoyable. We hear every day about challenges and problems we face in our community, but there's so much to be celebrated. There's so much more happening and to be celebrated. The Safer City MKE initiative is a way to celebrate positive action and behaviors, and we know that they'll be easy to find. I'd like to now introduce Assistant Chief Parrish from the MFD.
Hi, everybody. On behalf of Chief Aaron Lipsky, who wasn't able to be here, I just wanted to come and offer our support and our excitement for this amazing initiative. From the fire department standpoint, we look at this as an investment. We always talk about, how do we encourage and promote safe activities, and how do we really engage with our communities. And one of the cool things about the fire department is that we have really, really cool trucks. Thank you, Mayor, appreciate it. That we normally use to, kind of lead forward that engagement. But this is just another tool in our ever-widening arsenal to do our work to make the community safe. We also look at it as an investment because there's a ton of young people here, and I'll be honest, it's amazing to see you all because I would love to hire you all. We're actually one of the agencies in the city that actually does a lot of youth hiring. We do a lot of youth engagement, and we're looking forward to seeing all of you in a few years apply for our Fire Cadet program. And one of those investments that you make in making that application really, really sound is actually investing in the positive behaviors that we're here to reinforce. So we couldn't be more excited to partner with Uncom and all the agencies that are doing this amazing work. And we've actually had those partnerships for years. So I want to tell a quick story, and maybe you guys can actually find this book. Of the many Uncom agencies, Sharp Literacy is one of them. And I had the pleasure of being a very young firefighter to be featured in a Sharp Literacy book. So when we're talking about careers and explanations and all the amazing things that you can do with your time this summer and with your life in the future, definitely think about the little things that you do leading up to that, because it will influence your future and your career, and they definitely have an impact on the things that you do right now. So like I said, on behalf of the fire department, we're super excited to be engaged in this initiative. We look forward to seeing you all out in your neighborhoods this summer. We look forward to seeing you at block parties and basketball games and kickballs and hopefully barbecues, which we always want to be invited to. So thank you very much for your time. We're looking forward to partnering with all the Uncom agencies, and we will see you all throughout this safe and productive summer. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Unlike the mayor, I don't have a bracelet, but I was a member of the Silver Spring Center for many, many years growing up in the northwest side of Milwaukee. Today, the Milwaukee Police Department and Chief Norman are here to support our partners in Safer City MKE. The bracelets the youth are wearing today represent a circle, and we all have circles in our lives that hold special meaning. Family circles, friendship circles, and today we are here to encourage positive youth interactive circles. The bracelet worn by the youth today is a circle, a bond between youth and all of us partners to pledge modeling positive behavior within our city. To all of our youth, we ask you to participate in a positive summer activity or activities and spread the word by encouraging all others to join you so that we are unified across the city in our pledge that we're making here today. You will be the future leaders one day within our community, within our city, and we are here to walk beside you. The first week of August, the Milwaukee Police Department will host National Night Out. And I know a lot of youth are familiar with what National Night Out is. And we're asking that you wear your bracelets to National Night Out because the Milwaukee Police Department will have some safer Milwaukee tables to provide some of those small tokens for you guys staying true to your pledge. So we thank you for all being here today, and we're excited to obviously walk beside you this summer.
Thank you for everyone for coming out and hearing about the new initiative, and we will be seeing those orange bracelets everywhere this summer. Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for attending here today. As you see, there's a lot of excitement around this initiative from the organizers, from the participating agencies, from our partners in public safety and beyond, and especially amongst the young people who will be the participants in this and driving that message forward, not just for themselves, but for their peers and for their family members about having a safer summer here in our city. And so with that, we'll take a question or two if there are any.
Mayor, can you talk about some of the things that made you want to launch this initiative, or made the group want to launch this initiative?
Yeah, I can tell you again, it sort of goes back to my own story here and how every single day I wear this green bracelet from my time as a young person at the YMCA. And it's a constant reminder to me about the values that were instilled in me in the programming that I was involved in with that organization more than 20 years ago. I mentioned them earlier, caring, honesty, respect, responsibility. And all these young people who are involved in New Life and Journey House and the Silver Spring Neighborhood Center and the many other organizations at Uncom and other organizations as well throughout the city, they too get these valuable lessons instilled into them that they carry with them throughout their lives, that they use to influence those who are around them, whether they're their peers or their family members, folks out in the community, so on and so forth. That's powerful, that's positive, and we want to work to make sure that we're also emphasizing the message that we should be safer in summer, and this is a tangible way to do that and have our greatest ambassadors in this community, our young people, our greatest resource, to be able to go out and do that.
Mayor, can you talk about the difference between, we often hear, speaking with you, we often hear about the negatives, about cracking down, about after something happening. Talk to us about positive reinforcement on the other side of this, on confirming good behavior before the negative happens.
Yeah, that's a great question, because when I talk about public safety, I talk about the need for public safety to be a holistic approach. It cannot just be on me. It cannot just be on the police. It's got to be all of us. Everybody has got some skin in the game. I talk about preachers. I talk about teachers. I talk about mentors. I talk about friends. I talk about parents being at the table to make sure that this community is safer for everybody. That includes young people who model behavior for not just, again, themselves, but for their brothers and sisters, for their peer group to also emulate. When young people are out there and they're doing things, that can encourage other young people to take a different step, take a different path in life. And this is a preventative way, a preventative measure to get young people engaged and to also reward them for positive behavior in our community. And that, I think, is a positive step forward.
So why the wristband? Curious, is it because of your YMCA connection? And two, it seems in your description that this is a conduit to something better for really across the city. Do you see it that way?
Yeah, it's a tangible, constant reminder. As I said, I don't need to look down to read the 4 core values of the YMCA, right? They're caring, honesty, respect, responsibility. I live those. And if I needed to, if I ever did go astray, I could always look down, and I'm reminded constantly every day about why that's important to me. And this is an opportunity for young people, with everything that's happening, all the challenges that we have in Milwaukee, to look down and say, hey, I can be a part of the solution of making this city safer. It's a tangible item that young people and really anybody in this community can carry with them every single day as we look to make this safer city for everybody.
What do those wristbands say, Mayor?
They say Safer City MKE.
Thank you. We can take one more question. Anybody? All right. Thank you, everybody.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody.